It is an all-out political battle pitting President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM Raila Odinga. And of course, they are fighting Deputy President William Ruto. As we promised, we are having a discussion with our analyst Enoch Omariba. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much for having me.
There has been a discussion on the impeachment and the calls for the resignation of Deputy President William Ruto. From where we sit, do you think the impeachment is premature? Are there enough allegations against Deputy President William Ruto?
Thank you very much, Irene. First and foremost, we need to understand at what point the Deputy President will be impeached. We need to look at on the ground of physical or mental incapacity to perform the function in the office of the Deputy President. That's number one. Then when you go talk about the impeachment, you look at on the ground of gross violation of provision of the Constitution. We're in a country governed by law. Then you go find out if the Deputy President, by any chance, seen gross misconduct. Then the provision of Article 144 and 145 relating to the removal of the Deputy President can only happen and shall apply when necessary. All we have not seen, has the Deputy President done anything regarding to his impeachment? That's number one. Number two, have we seen the Deputy President unable to perform the duties he was elected to do? That's now the area we're supposed to focus.
There have been things that have emanated, the recent one being the case of fake arms scandals, the 39 billion shillings fake arms scandal tender. There are issues that Deputy President, that have negated the nature of Deputy President William Ruto. We had the Western land that was there. We had that scandal. We had the maize scandal. Don't you think those issues that have been raised against the Deputy President, of course, taint the image of that office?
The Deputy President has always said, whoever who feels that he has done or committed all these offenses is free to go and give the information he has at the DCIO. Let me tell you, Irina, in this country where we have political ancestors who want to remain relevant, perhaps to be recognized or to catch the attention of the president. That's number one. And then we have what is called political prosecution. The people, the leaders who are elected to do the work the Mwananchi elected them to do. But what they have done, and I want to tell you, these are political tantrums to taint the image of the Deputy President. You mentioned about the Western, you mentioned about the saga at the 39 billion. All we have been asking the DCIO day in, day out. He has mentioned that there were two foreigners. There was a chaser, and there were two other people who were involved. The question we keep asking ourselves, we're in a country which has invested on the intelligence. We have the military intelligence. We have the intelligence both in the office of the Deputy President and the DOD. We all understand what we have been asking ourselves. How did these foreigners come to our country? Under working permit? Are they tourists? Do they have any past record that they have done business with the government of Kenya? Because you cannot wake up today. I'm a procurement as well by profession. In procurement regulations, there must be tendering. Before you do a tender, it must have been advertised. Was it advertised? All these foreigners, they were told, here we have supply, we need firearms from your country. And then they chase in the country, go straight. If it wasn't done in the office of the Deputy President, it couldn't be news. But today, that they went to Poland, they're back, and you're telling us a country which has invested in intelligence. So you want to tell me this information, the intelligence did not have it?
Of course, this is an issue that is active investigation. The DCI is investigating the matter, and of course the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. But now there has been the calls by President Ruto Kenyatta. He has said that the Deputy President and his group always move from churches to different constituency, of course campaigning ahead of 2022. Don't you think Deputy President William Ruto presidential ambitions are interfering with his mandate as the Deputy President of Kenya?
A number of times, or a couple of times, we have failed to understand the roles of the Deputy President. The Deputy President was elected. Unlike what we have seen in the previous constitution, whereby we had vice presidents, they were being appointed. He is no longer an appointee. So when you are telling us today, the Deputy President to resign or to be impeached because of they have failed to deliver Jubilee Manifesto, if that's the case, then we need to see the package of the President and Deputy President going home. And then now we go back to a fresh election. So that's the point. When we're talking about area campaigns, the President was very key. Said we need to deliver the Big Four agenda. I agree that it's not time for politicking. But now they have come together in the name of BBI now going around all over the country, and now it has resulted in politics. So at this particular time, and I want to tell you, the term of the president is coming to the end. The deputy president is like another Kenyan. You have seen even Machakos Governor Alfred Mutua saying, I'll be in the ballot. Why is it an issue when it's the deputy president going around saying, and in fact, it's not him saying that he's going for 2022. Just followers. And for you to be the president of this Republic of Kenya, the leaders from all over these 47 counties matters a lot. And they're the ones who have said, it's your time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yesterday the battle lines were drawn where leaders from the side of President Ruto Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga and the other side from Deputy President William Ruto staged the accusations of ping and pong game between the two of them. I want us to listen to the press conference that was released yesterday by leaders who are allied to ODM leader Raila Odinga. Let's listen in.
10 provides for the establishment of a multi-party democratic state based on specific and enumerated foundational values. Under the said constitution, the Deputy President does not undertake a separate and distinct nomination process in presidential elections. He is, therefore, the principal assistant of the President as an integral appendage of the presidency, who must operate under restricted and limited terms and conditions within the general authority of the President. The Deputy President must loyally assist the President in promoting the unity of the nation, and the occupier of the office must respect, uphold, safeguard the Constitution. Above all, as a state officer, the Deputy President must be at the forefront in complying with the responsibilities of leadership as spelled out in Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity. The President has appealed to state officers and the nation as a whole that the country should not be subjected to early campaigns for the 2022 general election, but the Deputy President has bluntly disobeyed his principle, and in this regard, in our view, this constitutes gross misconduct and an act of insubordination.
Reading from what the leaders have said in that press conference, don't you read, and following up on what the Deputy President William Ruto has been saying, don't you think the Deputy President is fighting the system? Of course, him saying that the state institutions are against him, can't you read that this man looks like a man who is not in the government, a man who is in the opposition?
Remember, this is a political process. And from where I sit, when I look at our country, Kenya, I hope one day, one time, a press conference will be called by all of our readers to address the issues affecting the common mwananchi. But now today, you have seen all over that they have called that the deputy president should respect. And the deputy president took an oath of office to protect the constitution. But today, like I said, there are these leaders who want to look relevant by addressing issues which does not touch the common mwananchi.
But when the deputy president is fighting the office of the director of criminal investigation, is that an act that shows that he is not for the government? He seems like a man who is outside government. What do you read from that?
As much as, like you said, the investigations are on. But I must point out one thing. The DCL calls a press conference, gives us all the details regarding the murder of Kenei, tells us 3 people followed Kenei. All of a sudden, it tells us that these people, they had someone in one of the mobile lenders who deleted the evidence. Then we ask ourselves, why have you not arrested these 3 people? Who is this person who deleted the data from Kenei's phone? Mm-hmm. So then we ask ourselves, and in any case, why will the DCL call a press conference, give that information, the same information which is supposed to be given in court of law?
But this is an independent office. It does work as it regards. It is not a
matter of...
But
what we're expecting, a country which has invested in intelligence and forensic, we don't expect this one. Because we feel like there is a double standard. When the deputy president saying that the system, like you have seen a couple of times, they have done it deliberately to undermine the deputy president. Like in major functions he has been attending. We have all seen, not even county commandant attends his functions, be either they're official or he has gone. And he's the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. He feels intimidated. So when he's saying about the system, it's what we have seen, that there are people who are out there to undermine him, which is very bad. Because he was elected as the leader of this country, together with the president. So when you see these things happen, we are in this country and we are able to see.
Why do you think President Ruto Kenyatta is silent on all of this? These were 2 people who used to read from the same script all along. The President Ruto Kenyatta has been silent on this matter, yet the issues even of the arms are in the office of the Commander-in-Chief. Why has the President not communicated in any way on this particular issue?
The President, know that he has not communicated. It's all about the narratives which have gone to these readers who want to remain relevant. They're the ones who have been saying that the deputy president goes against. But for them, as the leaders of this country, like now we'll be in Nakuru for the rally. By what was witnessed today at Kapalnet, even before we go for the rallies, it's something we don't expect to be done. Yes, the deputy president now reads from the different scripture. It was evident over the Zero campaign. He did not attend, and the wife did not attend. So what does that one tell you? There is a lift, and this lift has been plotted from the people who support the former prime minister, and for those people who feel like they owe this country. But all we have seen, and you have seen it, that the deputy president has been working tirelessly to unite this country.
Now, I want us to listen in to the press conference by allies to Deputy President William Ruto, who now claims that President Ruto Kenyatta has given the mandate of Deputy President William Ruto to opposition leader Raila Odinga and Chief Minister who is in charge of the Docket of Interior, Fred Matiang'i. Let's listen in.
Yeye na wanachama yake na chama chake cha kisiasa wana haki gani kutufunza sisi tulomchagua Uhuru na Ruto kuheshimu wao?
Kuna baadhi ya wabunge wanaosema wanataka kumuimpeach deputy president. sisi tunasema kujeni kama saa hii. Msipoteze wakati, kwa sababu hatuwezi kuwa na muungano wa magavana wabakaji wa demokrasia, hatuwezi kuwa na muungano wa wauaji kule Migori, hatuwezi kuwa na muungano wa watu wanaopiga risasi katika klabu na kuua watu, kisha nyinyi mnajiona weupe na kuita wengine wezi.
How comes when they are talking about Kimorer, a road dam, and there was about 7 billion, there's 21 billion, there's someone who took 4 billion. How comes that there is no one who has been charged in court? So let's not politicize this war of this corruption.
Tuko tayari kwa uchaguzi. Tuko tayari serikali ivunjwe. Tuko tayari kwenda kwa debe. We enjoy 80% of the support of Kenyans. Wakimwaga ugali, tunamwaga kitoweo.
Those are the sentiments by Deputy President William Ruto allies. Mr. Omariba, you have heard the allies dare President Uhuru Kenyatta to dissolve the parliament so that we can go to fresh elections. Is that possible, given that Jubilee government cannot read from the same script, it is split into two?
That tells you in daylight that they feel that if indeed the deputy president should be impeached, should be a package, the president and deputy. In what essence? That they have failed the Kenyans. But from the opposition, who feel they're entitled in the government. In 2013, 2017, Uhuru was bad. And Ruto was. Both of this opposition used to sing. And this has been the narratives they have manufactured right from 2013, that the deputy president should be impeached. So these are not things which started coming the other day. But today, I can tell you, that's why they'll not go to parliament to impeach the deputy president. One, do they have the numbers? These are just political.
So you think the senator for Siaya, James Orengo, once he presents the impeachment motion, he will not get the 233 required to impeach the deputy president?
That's a pipe dream. It will not happen. It will just die before even it enters to parliament.
But you see, the majority leader in the Senate, Kipchumba Murkomen, has accused the president of making the deputy president a leader with no portfolio. You have seen ODM leader Raila Odinga somewhat take the space of Deputy President William Ruto, and even the chief minister who is in charge of the docket of Interior, Fred Matiang'i, taken the docket. He went to Somalia to meet with the President Mohamed Farmayo. I think that maybe the deputy president will have taken.
What Murkomen said, those are his personal sentiments. Like today I'm here as Omarigba, and I'm entitled to what I've said, not attaching someone. The interior minister was sent by the president, and the president felt he's the right person to go. Because the wrangles we have been having with Somalia and Kenya, it's best suited to be solved by the interior ministry. So the deputy president, how do you bring the deputy president in to go to Somalia to discuss matters to do with security?
Leave the issue even on Somalia alone. During the burial of Mzee Daniel Arap Moi, we saw the interior minister take a center stage, where we'll have expected the deputy president to take the center stage since the president was out of the country.
When the may so rest in peace, former President Moi, what was witnessed, and we also that the president gave those who should take in charge of the raid, Mzee Moi. So coming and telling Kenyans that now the president find it necessary to send Matiang'i and Joseph to take care of it, that does not tell you that the president does not respect his deputy.
But he has been making silent wars. Wherever he goes, he says those who are against the BBI are the enemies of the government. We have seen the Deputy President William Ruto somewhat say he's not for the BBI, even though he has not said it openly. His allies have somewhat intimated that.
What do you expect from a document which has been given to be discussed and perhaps to highlight the things which are supposed to be looked upon? But today, you realize like they have now taken the whole of idea and they have decided to run with it. So what do you expect the deputy president to do? He has sent his people to the rallies. They've been fought. And now, even today, if today you listen to the readers from Rift Valley, they say, like the Maasai said, the Maasai issues will be well articulated by the Maasai. And today, unfortunately, Junet Mohammed feels entitled that they should run the show. And this is the Rift Valley. For the Rift Valley, the people of Rift Valley, they are well people to give their views regarding. So today telling us, you have gone, like the former Prime Minister has taken the center stage of the PPI. He feels entitled. His people feel like they're the people better to address issues. And remember, the deputy president has his followers and feels what is supposed to be done. And we have not seen, even a single day, a sober discussion on what should be included and what should not be.
Anyway, now, as we wind up, what is the way forward? The Big Four agenda is at stake. The issues that the Jubilee Manifesto entails are at stake. Are we foreseeing a situation whereby the President Uhuru Kenyatta and Deputy President William Ruto will somewhat agree on how to lead this nation, since both of them seem not to be having the same mindset they came with during the 2017 and the 2013 general elections?
What we're expecting at this particular time is political soberness and bearing in mind what Kenyans need. We will not be politicking day and night. When we have emerging issues we should be talking about. Today I can tell you the coronavirus has indeed affected the country. We're not talking about it. We are not talking about the measures to be taken. You saw the other time an employee of KQ was fired until social media was applied. So, but for the readers, they only want to politic, remain relevant, and not articulate issues of mwananchi. So, why can't we deal with the real issues affecting the economy? As by now, that document, before even it's published, we need to see major changes being done, unlike what we have seen. You see, like, the governors who have been moving around with the former Prime Minister, they don't have content. You've been given an opportunity to address how things are. You say, oh, Baba, when you look at these people, these are your people. 2022, itakuwa moto. Is that what you believe we should be seeing?
So what's the way forward on this issue, the BBI uniting role? Now that the Haji team has retreated to compile the report, what happens now that the BBI, we are talking about it, what now will it mean for the nation, given that Jubilee itself is split? You can't unite a nation if the government itself is split.
In politics, there is no political enemy. And now the PPI has become a political tool for the former Prime Minister and the IRS who call themselves Kieleweke. So nothing much. You don't expect much from it. It's all about politics.
All right.
And alignment. And like I said, the political censors around Starehe, so they're uniting themselves to perhaps to respond to 2017 elections.
All right. We are pressed on time. We'll have loved to have more, Mr. Enoch Omariba, but of course, due to time, we'll have to leave it there.